The Spirit Halloween 2025 season has officially begun. Today, they dropped a brand new teaser on all social media platforms titled Incoming Madison Scare Park, which features a look into what they'll be having for this year's Halloween season, and there is a lot to uncover. But first, I just got back from college a couple weeks ago, and I've been meaning to make a video discussing everything they released during the halfway to Halloween week. I've been meaning to do that, but I've been unpacking and just lazy and not feeling like I need to make a video just because there wasn't a whole lot that was revealed during the week. But there are a couple major things that were, however, dropped, and we're going to talk about that right now. If you want to hear me talk about the teaser and not the halfway to Halloween stuff, click on the timestamp below and that will take you right to my analysis on the brand new teaser that dropped today. But one of the big things that dropped during the halfway Halloween week, though, was the return of Silent and Deadly Clown, which was an animatronic that was originally released in 2013 that was featured in the Clown Train display they had for that year. Spirit Halloween had featured him on a poster last year as well as a hologram video, but he didn't release last year. I think one of the main reasons was manufacturing issues, if I'm corrected. But he came just in time for halfway Halloween week, and he looks better than ever. This guy was originally made by a company known as Helix Artware, which has since gone out of business, but 𝐃𝐀𝐫𝐤, a company that has been producing animatronics, I believe since 2015, picked this guy up and re-released them for the Halloween 2025 season. Spirit Halloween had also dropped a video game known as Haunted Halloween '86 Spirit Edition. Now, Haunted Halloween '86 was originally a video game that dropped, I believe, in 2016. It is a NES old-style 8-bit game, and Spirit Halloween added some of their own characters to the game. It's something I've yet to play, and hopefully I can pick it up sometime soon. It's currently out of stock, but if you want to see some gameplay of that, go on YouTube and search up Haunted Halloween '86 Spirit Edition. You can watch all the gameplay video on that. It looks really fun, and I'm excited to take a look and see what the game has to offer. Yesterday, Spirit Halloween made a post that saddened a lot of people. The Flagship store opening is canceled for this year. It is not an April Fool's joke. It's May, 23rd, 24th today. So last time I checked, it's not April 1st. There's a lot of things that have been happening with the tariffs that are preventing Spirit from opening on time, it sounds like. They most likely aren't able to get in all the stock they want to have at their Flagship grand opening. As you saw last year, they had a whole bunch of animatronics ready for purchase, more than I've ever seen at the Flagship store. They just kept rolling out carts of all the brand new animatronics for this year. And Spirit Halloween had made sure everyone got an animatronic to take home that day, which was awesome. I was fortunate to pick up the Gravestone Ghoul that day, which is exciting. He was one of my favorite animatronics that had released during the Halloween 2024 season. Now, I've been seeing a lot of other comments saying, oh, Spirit Halloween opened during COVID. They had opened during 2021 when they had barely any stock. But I think just because of the number increase of people going to the Flagship opening store, because last year they had over 3,000 people, and in 2021 they had, I think, about 200 or so. It wasn't that big, but if they want to make sure that they have enough stock for everyone, I think the best option is to cancel opening this year, unfortunately. Now let's get into the teaser that just dropped today, Incoming Madison Scare Park, which is the brand new display they'll be having in stores for this year. So if you don't remember, 10 years ago, Spirit Halloween had a theme known as the Spirit Station Z, or Spirit Station Zombies, which was a zombie subway station. And what Spirit Halloween is doing this year is they're doing a 10-year anniversary of that, but this time calling it Madison Scare Park. If you don't know, this year marks my 10-year anniversary of being on YouTube. So it's very exciting to see that Spirit Halloween is bringing back the zombie subway station, as is one of my favorite themes Spirit Halloween has done in recent years, just because of all the zombies he had featured. Because zombies are one of my favorite Halloween creatures, and we just haven't been getting a whole lot of zombies recently. I have still yet to also pick up Rick Ratman, which is a zombie animatronic they had dropped last year for halfway to Halloween, so maybe he'll be featured in this year's ISC. So when the teaser first plays, you can see a train coming right at you, and on the front there is a little emblem of Jack the Reaper. So you can hear a scream, as well as rats and electrical sounds, and a voice over the loudspeakers or PA system saying,
"Attention passengers, all Spirit trains are experiencing delays due to an earlier incident. We appreciate your patience and we hope you remain seated inside the car for your own safety."
An earlier incident. There's a newspaper clipping that says, "Giant rat found in near sewer." Giant rat. Are we getting a 10-foot rat animatronic this year? I doubt it, but that'd be kind of cool. No, a 10-foot rat? That doesn't make any sense. So there was a leak earlier this year for a brand new animatronic known as the Super Rat, so I'm wondering if this newspaper has a connection to him. However, it could also just be a rat outbreak. It's very 90s horrorcore, and I'm here for it. There's a bunch of zombie hands kind of grabbing or reaching over things, which I highly doubt these are animatronics, and I believe these are just actors within the video. They've done this in the past where they have featured some actors in the videos and can be mistaken for Halloween animatronics, but they seem a little too lifelike to be animatronics, so I believe these are just actors with zombie hands. Now, within the video, you can also see a whole bunch of signage and clues to their ISC for this year, including something very interesting. One of the things I had noticed though was a button on the subway in case of emergency pressed here, and it's a giant red button. There was a leak earlier this year for a brand new animatronic activator known as the emergency activation switch, which I believe that is exactly what we see in the video. Last year in their teaser, they had showcased their coin activator switch for the brand new animatronics that were featured in the display. So I believe what we see here is what will be featured in the ISC for this year for how you activate the animatronic, and it'll be most likely for sale. We can just kind of see this huge machinery equipment that reads Spirit Station Z EHT V2 Advanced Shaker Floor Systems and Equipment. I believe it says Advanced Shaker Floor Systems. It's some sort of word that begins as SHA, which Spirit Halloween in the past in their ISCs have done these floors which shake. I believe that's exactly what it could be. But most likely the ISC will feature the shaking floor system, which they had, I believe, in the lab display they had a couple years ago, the Spirit Halloween testing lab. When you walked in through the walkthrough there was a floor that had shook, and I believe that's probably what this machinery is going to most likely be. To simulate a subway car coming into the station and how the floor shakes and makes a whole lot of noise. Next, there is the Spirit Halloween Metro map, which is a whole bunch of street names listed, such as Gordo Lane, Buzzsaw Street, Pumpkin Nester Court, Cuddles Court, Skull Lane Station, Pumpkin Nester Court, J. Reaper Road, Sam Street, Trick or Treat, Myers Way, which is a nod to Michael Myers, and then Elm Street, which I'm wondering if we're going to get a Freddy Krueger animatronic this year. There's already been a few confirmed licensed animatronics, and there's actually one featured in here, believe it or not. But that would be very cool if we got a Freddy Krueger animatronic. He's been one I've been wanting to see Spirit Halloween release for a long time now. They've had past Freddy Krueger animatronics, but that was many years ago, so it'd be great to see a brand new Freddy Krueger animatronic for Spirit Halloween 2025. There's lots of other names, though, within this map that are blurred out. Maybe they could be brand new animatronic names, but I feel like they could be some old nods to Spirit Halloween animatronics. Years ago, in their Spirit Halloween cemetery theme, there's a whole bunch of plaques that had said, "Here lies animatronic name," that were just old animatronic names such as Ophelia, Buzzsaw, Grimm, etc. Just old nods to Spirit Halloween animatronics, which most likely will be on this map as well. We also get a glimpse at some of the brand new zombie animals we'll be seeing for this year. For the past couple of years, they've been dropping these zombie animals, including a zombie rabbit, zombie dog, zombie cat, zombie rats, which are perfect for the ISC this year. We also can see some brand new ones, including a zombie raccoon, which is very exciting. So hopefully they continue this line, and I guarantee we'll be seeing a whole bunch of these zombie animals within the ISC for this year. One of the next things is a phone of some sorts, a telephone, most likely going to be like within the ISC, like an emergency line. You see like the phone booths in the subway station, so maybe that could be what it is. It could also be a brand new tabletop or animatronic for this year. It could be something like the tabletop they had, I think 2012, known as Dead Ringer, which is an awesome animatronic, and that would be great if they could bring him back. But that phone doesn't really match the Dead Ringer tabletop, so maybe it's going to be a brand new zombie phone, which would be kind of cool to see. Finally, at the end of the teaser, we can see some green goo, as well as the ISE sign for this year that says Madison Scare Park, and it lights up too, which is awesome. I'm excited to see that inside the store for this year, and I'm really hoping they can dim the lights this year just a little bit for the brand new theme for this year, because I feel like lighting will be a huge key within this theme with all the blue electrical lights and the flashing signs. It'll be very cool to see in the dark, and hopefully they can do something with the store lighting this year that can make those lights shine. Now it's time to talk about all the flashes we see within the teaser. They've done this for the past couple of years where they have flashes of light appear on the teaser, and within those flashes you can see some glimpses of some brand new animatronics for this year. One of the first things we see is the return of the Electrified Corpse from 2016 and 17. Electrified Corpse is a zombie animatronic made by 𝐃𝐻𝐫𝐤. He hangs upside down, has electrical wires coming out of him, and he kind of vibrates back and forth. And he's a great addition to the zombie subplane. I'm really glad they're bringing him back, as he's an animatronic I've been wanting to pick up for the past couple years, and now I finally have a chance to get my hands on him. So I'm very excited to see his return for the Halloween 2025 season. Now, there are other animatronics which I believe could be returning for this year, one of them being Experimental Eddie, which is a Frankenstein animatronic also made by 𝐃𝐻𝐫𝐤, and he has a whole bunch of live wires on him, and he's a Frankenstein animatronic, which I own him, and I feel like he would also be a great addition to the Spirit Halloween theme for this year. So fingers crossed he's on that list, as he is one that I think would fit really well with the theme for this year. Now, there are only a few flashes within this video, and some of them are interesting. I can't really make out what they are. Some of them seem like electrical boxes and live wires, and we can kind of see the subway cars. As well, there's a skull of some sorts, a couple skulls, and looks like a whole bunch of hay, which could signal another Scarecrow animatronic for this year. It'd be really awesome to see a zombie Scarecrow of some sorts. We haven't seen that in a while. We've got Max Straw in the past and Night Stalker. I feel like it'd be really awesome to see a zombie Scarecrow animatronic, and could be interesting to see how he fits in the theme. But Spirit Halloween has fit clowns on the island before, so I feel like anything is possible at this point. We also see for a split second a zombie which looks like he's banging his head on some glass, similar to the high voltage fenced in zombie we saw many years ago. A zombie that's kind of latched onto the fence and he rocks his head back and forth. And I feel like maybe Spirit Halloween will be dropping a similar animatronic this year, but this time the zombie is banging his head on the glass, which would be really awesome to see. I can't really make out much of him, but it kind of looks like he has wires all over him. But his face looks really awesome. So I'm excited to see what that animatronic does. Here's a glimpse of a face, it looks like, with teeth, and it looks like the zombie is most likely grabbing his face. I can't really tell entirely what this is, but it looks like it could be another zombie animatronic, this time just grabbing his face and pulling it apart. But the main things we can see is his teeth, so kind of curious to see what that could be. We also see some text of some sort. So when we see that phone, we get another flash of light, and it shows some writing to an animatronic name. So we also got a leak a couple months ago for a brand new Techie Toys animatronic known as Backbend Bernadette. So that writing looks like it says Backbend Bernie, which is a nickname for Bernadette. So I'm kind of curious to see what that animatronic is, and it could be Broken Spine Girl, just because of the name Backbend. But it could also just be a brand new iteration of Broken Spine Girl. Just like at Haunted Hill Farm, we saw the return of Pearson Granny, now known as Gravely Granny. She got a really big overhaul, so maybe that's what we'll see for this animatronic. We also get a glimpse of what it looks like to be an opossum animatronic of some sort, or it could just be a brand new zombie animal. I'm not entirely sure what this is, but it looks more like a furry opossum, so it could be a new tabletop outdoor decoration, or this could be a look at a brand new opossum animatronic. We've seen these pop-out zombie animals in the past in Spirit Halloween, including the Jumping Critter made by Techie Toys, which that could be an animatronic we see return this year. Or this could be like a pop-out opossum from the trash can. We saw something similar to that at Party City a couple years ago, where it was a pop-out zombie raccoon, so maybe that's this animatronic. I'm not entirely sure though, so let me know what you guys think in the comments below of what this opossum animatronic could be. We do see a glimpse of what it looks like a hand of some sorts. Now, I was kind of looking closely at it, and I can debunk it's not an animatronic as what I thought it originally could be. There is a rope attached to the end of the hand, and it looks like it's a severed hand, which is a prop they've had in the past where it's just a hanging hand that hangs from a rope. So unfortunately, that's not a brand new animatronic, but at first glimpse it kind of did, which I was excited to see, but unfortunately that is not the case. And finally, something very interesting, which not a lot of people have noticed, but it looks like we're going to get a Xenomorph animatronic. We can see a shadow of what it looks like to be the Xenomorph's head, which, holy crap, guys, if that's what that is, Spirit Halloween might have cooked for this year. I love Xenomorph, I love the Aliens movie, and that'd be awesome to see if we can get a Xenomorph animatronic. It most likely will be a static prop, as we've seen in the past with the Twisty animatronic, as well as a Demogorgon. So, but hey, it would still be great to see a Xenomorph animatronic at Spirit Halloween, as it's something that Spirit Halloween has never released before, and that'll be awesome to see at Spirit Halloween for this year. So that about wraps up the Spirit Halloween incoming Madison Scare Park teaser they had dropped today. Let me know what you guys think of the teaser in the comments below, and what things did I miss within this teaser? Let me know in the comments below. I'm very excited to see what Spirit Halloween has to offer for this year, and with the news we got recently of the Flagship cancellation, although it's sad, but I know Spirit Halloween is going to go full scream ahead this year and bring out the best they can with the new animatronics in display for this year. So I'm counting down the days to when my local Spirit Halloween opens. I expect we will get some more name drops coming soon, if they're going to kind of follow the same lines as they did last year. With the 𝐃𝐚𝐫𝐤 teaser, they had dropped the teaser for halfway to Halloween, and then later on in June, they had released a whole bunch of names, and then we got our sneak peeks at some of the animatronics for this year. So I'm wondering if that's going to happen again, but only time can tell. Thank you all for watching my analysis video on the Spirit Halloween teaser. Once again, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'd expect some more uploads coming very, very soon. I have a whole list of things I want to cover, so I'll be making videos on those very soon, especially when the Haunted Hill Farm animatronics drop. I'll be making videos on those and talk about the re-releases they've done, some of their animatronics, and many more videos to come. I'll see you guys in the next Halloween video.